Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas. And if you start taking away some positives through the first 25 games of the season for the Angels, the top of the order has been fairly productive for this ball club, and it starts with the table setter in David Fletcher.
Fletcher's been really good. Time to sell Mike Trout, and Anthony Rendon has been getting hot himself. 26 home runs from that top four. That's the best in the American League. Second best as far as RBI, OPS, runs scored, and hits. It's also right there for that top of the order. But David Fletcher does set the table because he gets on base. He makes contact with 2 strikes. He's always hitting the ball to all fields. Tommy Listella has been showing a lot of power. Even with 2 strikes, he's hitting the ball very, very well. And you know how Mike Trout, what he does with 10 home runs, leading the American League as far as that category. So they're putting the ball in play. Trouty's driving, hitting some home runs. Anthony Rendon is also getting hot at this moment. The last 9 games, he's really putting it all together. So there's balance at the top of the order, and there's power, and there's guys getting on base and creating opportunities to score. You just need that bottom part to go, but the top has certainly been there for the Angels.
And while Anthony Rendon experienced some discomfort, if you will, in the left wrist last night, he is back in the starting lineup tonight, so that's a good sign for Joe Maddon. Let's talk a little bit about the pitcher for tonight. Jose Suarez gets called up, and he's making the start.
I've always loved his changeup. He has a plus changeup. I think he's got to use his curveball and slide a little bit more and establish his fastball on the inside part of the plate. He's had a tough time getting that fastball, locating it well. If he does that against this Giants lineup, he should be effective, especially with that changeup out of the strike zone.
Well, we're stepping away as we get you ready to wrap up this 2-game set in San Francisco. When we return, the guys Jose Mota and Patrick O'Neill talk about tipping pitches. For game number 26, David Fletcher will lead things off. He's at shortstop. Tommy Listella at first base. Mike Trout at center. Anthony Rendon feeling all right. He's at third base. Shohei Ohtani DHing. Brian Goodwin in left. Joe Adell in right. Max Stassi behind the plate. And Luis Rengifo is batting ninth and playing second base. The makeup of the lineup today. It's good to see Anthony Rendon, especially after the couple swings we saw last night. The little discomfort that he showed as far as the left hand, left wrist area. Good to see him back in the lineup.
Yeah, he's been swinging the bat so well over his last 9 games. He got his first couple hits on the road last night against the Giants. It's got to be more consistent, maybe especially at the bottom part of the lineup. Top part has been great. We have
Aurora, Colorado. It's Kevin Gossman on the mound.
And my go-to is to be successful against him. He does still have a good fastball. He's throwing more fastballs this year. He's have success driving the fastball. 275 versus fastball is 220 versus his secondary pitches. And being more aggressive on the first pitch. I know the Angels take a lot of first pitches. His batting average against him on that first pitch put in play, .438, including a home run against them.
Take a look at the Giants on the defensive side of things. Ruff is in left. Dubon is in center. Yastrzemski in right. Longoria, Crawford on the left side. Flores and Belt on the right. And making his Major League debut tonight, Joey Bart behind the plate.
Yeah, second overall pick in 2018 draft. 101 games caught in the minor leagues for Bart. In my Hyundai key for the game tonight, going a little Metallica up there in the San Francisco area.
Once again, Mike Yastrzemski in right. Wilmer Flores at second. He was at first last night. Evan Longoria, the cleanup hitter at third. Brandon Belt back in the lineup at first. Joey Bart, his Major League debut, is behind the plate. Darren Ruffin left. Brandon Crawford at short. And Mauricio Dubon batting ninth, playing center field. Jose Suarez is on the mound, the 22-year-old left-hander native of Venezuela, making his 2020 debut. Last year, Gooby, 19 games, 15 starts, was 2-6 with a 7.11 ERA.
Yeah, last year, 90-94 with his fastball. He threw a slider, curveball, and a changeup. Threw about 31% of his pitches were changeups last season.
First one's in for a strike. Jaime Barria sent down in order to make room